In the name of the Divine King.
Let him go.
Your Highness, he is the one in the prophecy.
Let him go.
Don't touch me!
It's tightening. Can you walk?
I can't.
Are you here to kill me too?
No.
Everyone says so.
I am not just anyone. I have seen your future.
Do you still want to kill me?
I didn't say I was going to kill you.
What are you doing?
No. You're bleeding. You don't fear me.
Everyone says I am a monster. What?
The way I grew up. You saw.
Saw.
What is he like? It's very tall. Its eyes are just like yours. Are you afraid of him? You sleep here tonight. Don't go out before dawn tomorrow. You haven't answered my question yet. What problem? Why did you save me? Because in your futures, there is only one where you are not a monster. In that future, you stand beside me. The God King sent you here. You don't need to block.
He stabbed you!
So, I was born to be a sacrifice.
Solfin, you tamper with fate and shield the descendants of Fenog. Guilty verdict!
I didn't tamper with fate. I just didn't act on it.
Take it away. Seal the Temple of Destiny and burn all the bone fragments.
You've been hit by an arrow! Shut up! Run!
Let me handle it. Don't always treat me like a child. I see the whole future.
What?
At the edge of the ice field, the sword in your hand thrisses me. I fall in the snow. Then you held me and sat there with me for many years. Did not move.
That is a prophecy.
Future.
The future can be changed.
The prophecy doesn't say you will kill the God King. It says, only when I die can you awaken your true power and end the age of the gods.
So from the very beginning, you have been my sacrifice.
Yes.
If I am destined to die, what would you do?
Then don't die.
You should never have meddled with power of this tier.
You never told me I couldn't.
Anomalous variables are corrupting the system. Purge protocol priority elated.
It was never just one future. Every single future is set on destroying you.
Finally, I have a path. He's no ordinary human. He's adapting to divine combat instincts.
Too slow.
You're overriding my authority!
You are no longer an Archivan. You are an anomaly.
It's pulling you away.
The system is recalling me.
Then we sever the system itself.
Do you even understand what you're proposing?
I've never been more certain of anything.
Error. Escalation.
You just sliced through the layer of fundamental rules. Now, are we the same?
Unauthorized intervention detected. Recall protocol initiated.
The Recloverers? The God King's cleanup unit? No. They are protocols designed to erase flawed divinities.
No physical form?
I hold archive priority within the system. My authority is nullified?
So this is the adaptation you spoke of.
Tyr, listen to me. Do not strike at them directly. Strike the gaps between the rules. Authority override. Temporary sync bond authorization granted to Terran Solfin.
Anomaly escalation. Symbiotic variable detected.
You now exist on the same system layer as me.
Does this increase your odds of surviving?
It does not.
Then we keep rewriting the rules.
You just did. Marks you as the system's core anomaly.
The mark is already set.
Symbiotic variable confirmed. Primordial recall initiate.
He's descending in person. Perfect. Saves me the trouble of hunting him down.
This is existential suppression.
Heavy.
Solfin, your archival authority is overrode. You no longer belong to the system.
I never belonged to you to begin with.
Finally, it's your turn. If I no longer belong to the system, then I no longer need its authority.
Dual variable synergy anomaly.
Silence.
You have misunderstood the true enemy of this war.
This is not the world. This is the system that bears the world.
Finally, you comprehend it. You exist within the primordial maintenance layer. The so-called gods are merely executive units with elevated administrative authority, and I am the core maintenance entity.
Maintain what?
Prevent variable deviate and runaway anomalies.
So we are the variables?
You are a flawed iteration.
You now possess the power to kill him. That is all I need.
An archival entity. You were never an enforcer. You are the backup system.
So I was always just a part of the system, too.
The space is being rewritten. Not re-rate. The two systems are fighting for narrative authority over reality.
Variable termination.
Don't do this. It's already done.
So I've died countless times before. Every version of me, in every world, all of them ended the same way. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. The cracks are spreading faster than I can seal them. It's enough. The rest is mine.
You cannot destroy the maintenance layer.
I have no intention of killing you. I only intend to shut you down long enough to step off your board.
You shut down my core layer. That should not have been possible.
The core is a casing, not the system.
You broke the lock on a door. The room behind it is still mine.
Then what is the system?
Me. I am the hand that drew everything.
Then I'll shut you down too. He's fighting you through the system. Even as his own light fades, he's pushing back. He did it. He actually did it. The core is down. I'm here. I'm still here. Whatever you're about to do, do it. I'll hold what I can. So I was always just a part of the system too. Not a god, not a man, a record. But even script can choose to rewrite itself.
You were never meant to operate independently. You hold the past. You do not shape the future.
I'm not operating independently. I'm operating with him.
You are a variable, Sulfin, and I am the one who terminates.
I am the record! You cannot delete what's been written! And you can't, because he's the one you never planned for!
Sulfin, you're pushing too hard. I can feel you fading through the bond.
Don't you dare. Just a little more. I've held records for longer than this.
Stop. You're burning yourself empty. I can feel you giving away pieces you can't get back.
I know. I've always known. But I'd rather be empty than let him take you. Then stop. Not for me, but for the version of us that survives. I need you to survive, not just be the one who held the door. Then we find another way. Not your way. Not the way where you burn out and I stand over your ashes. I've looked through every record, every timeline. There isn't one tear. There never was.
Then we make one. That's what we've been doing this entire time.
What did you see?
The only future I want to keep. The one where we're not fighting. Just sitting in a room with moonlight.
Can't hold it any longer. I'm empty.
I've got you. You don't need to give anything else. That's what this bond is. Carrying what the other can't.
Haven't you burned enough? You said there was nothing left!
I feel your pain. It's ours now. Every crack in you I feel in my own body. That's what I'd choose again.
Don't lie there. You're not going to disappear on this ground.
You stayed through all of it. The ice, the core, the fire. You never left, even when I told you to. Not because of the bond, because I didn't want to. You stayed because you chose to. Every time, even when it cost you. I stayed because every time I looked at you, I saw something worth staying for. Not duty, not destiny, just you.
I know. I've always known. That's why I'm still fighting.
You're still here.
Where else would I be? It's holding. The crack isn't growing. I don't know why.
Maybe because you stopped burning. Maybe because this place is different.
It's guiding us somewhere. I can feel a direction, like a pull.
Then we follow it. That's what we do now. Follow what's ours, not what's his. Watch your step. The ice here is thinner.
You caught me.
I always will.
This isn't part of his system. I've never seen anything like it in any record.
Then we're in the right place.
This place, it's warm. I haven't felt warmth in a long time.
Then stay in it. We don't have to leave.
This is what called us. Not power, not a weapon. Something else. What is it? It's a bridge between what we were and what we could be. Between two systems that were never meant to touch.
What happens if we touch it together?
We find out together.
It didn't merge us into one person. It connected us differently. More completely. I can feel what you feel. Not just pain now. Everything. The warmth in your chest. The steadiness in your breath. This isn't ice air. It's not his system. I don't recognize this at all.
Good. We're not supposed to recognize it. We're supposed to find it.
I don't feel any rules here. No limits. No structure. Just existence.
That's because this place doesn't know what a system is. We're the first ones to bring that word here.
Twice in one day. You're making a habit of this.
Maybe I just know you'll catch me.
This is real, without waiting for it to end. I used to think peace was just the absence of war, an empty space where fighting used to be. Now I think it's this. And now, sitting next to you, watching a fire that doesn't need to be a weapon.
I keep waiting for it to break, For the sky to crack open, for something to come through.
Nothing's going to break.
How do you know?
Because I won't let it. And now you won't have to either.
This one is almost gone.
It's healing, like everything else.
Will we heal too? All the way?
We're already healing. We're here, together.
Then it won't. I don't want this night to end. We'll carry it with us. Every morning, every night, every place we go. Tyr. Thank you for catching me. Every time.
You're watching me again.
How do you always know?
Because your breathing changes. You go still.
I'm whole again. Not the way I was before, but whole in a different way. You were never broken, just misplaced. Now you're where you belong. I don't know what we're supposed to do now, in a place like this, without a system, without a war. Neither do I, that's the best part.
This is the first time I've ever not known what comes next in my entire existence. And I'm not afraid.
Because you know I'm in it with you. Whatever comes next, we'll meet it together.
I don't know what this world holds, but I know I want to find it with you. Then let's go find it, together. These aren't in any record. I don't know what they're called. Then you can name them. You named me the first time you saw me.
I called you Tyr. That's not a name. That's a sound I made.
You came through the ice. I can see it on your skin. There's a light that doesn't wash off.
You know about the ice path?
I've been waiting for someone to come through, so I could finally tell them.
There's someone you should meet. He came the same way 3 years ago.
3 years. He's been here 3 years, and he is a human?
You crossed the ice, both of you. I can see it in your eyes.
You touched the crystal too. That's why you know.
Yes. 3 years ago, and I couldn't walk back. The crystal only opens for those who carry a bond, a thread between two hearts that holds when everything breaks.
And you? What held for you?
My bond held, but they didn't make it through. That's why I know what you have is rare.
I'm supposed to show you where to stay. The roof doesn't reek and the mice are mostly gone.
Mostly gone?
Mostly. I chased the last one out yesterday.
Lead the way.
I tried to call the records this morning. Nothing came. Just silence.
Does it feel empty?
No. Just quiet. Like a room where the wind stopped blowing. This is the crystal. 2 lines meeting at the center. That's what opened the door for you.
2 hearts, 2 wills, meeting in the middle.
You said the crystal only opens for bonds that hold. What happens after it opens?
It brings you here, to a world without systems. And then, it lets you become what you truly are.
And the power? It fades completely?
Yes. Slowly at first, then faster. By the end of the first year, you won't remember what it felt like to have it.
I've held the weight of worlds in my hands, and I'm glad to put it down.
Then put it down. I'll hold whatever's left.
You're sharing it with me.
I brought you supplies. Yas said you might want to build your own place.
What do you think? Build a house? I've never built anything in my existence. I'd like to.
Good, because I already told everyone you would.
Main room here, sleeping space here, door facing the river.
You learned this somewhere?
No, I'm making it up, but it looks right.
Your hands aren't used to this.
They will be. That's what this place is for.
You look like you belong here.
Maybe because I do. With you.
I've held whole worlds in my hands. This piece of wood feels more real.
That's because you made it. With your own hands.
I'm not a god anymore. I'm not a record. I'm just someone who made a piece of wood into something.
It's finished. You built it yourselves.
We had help. From you. And everyone who brought materials. First door we've ever had that's ours. Then close it.
This is where we live now.
Yes, and we'll wake up here tomorrow, and the day after.
Until it feels like we've always been here.
This one stops bleeding. Crush the leaves and put them on a cut.
I used to know everything. None of it was real. This is real.
You're weird, but I like you.
Do you miss it? The power?
I miss the speed, not what it came with. Here, I choose this. Every morning.
I choose it too.
The dam is breaking. Last night's rain pushed it to the edge. If it goes, the village loses half its crops.
How much time?
A day. Maybe less. Can it be fixed? With enough hands and enough stone. We don't have enough of either. You don't have to carry the heavy ones. This is our village now. I'm not going to watch it flood. You caught me.
I told you I always would. We fixed it. We fixed it together.
You should have told me. Your hands are blistered. I didn't notice.
You're very gentle when you want to be.
I'm always gentle with you. You just don't always notice.
Does it hurt less now?
It didn't hurt before. It hurts now. But in a different way. Your heart is beating fast.
I know. It's been doing that a lot lately.
Still there?
Barely. By tomorrow, I don't think anyone will be able to see it at all. I'll still know it was there. I'll still know what it meant. Yours are gone too. All the gold. I don't miss it. I never need it to be me.
You're right. You never did. I don't recognize him. The person in the water. I've never seen him before.
I do. That's the person I crossed the ice for.
I can't feel you through the bond anymore. I have to do this now. Touch you, to know you're here.
Then touch me, every day, every night, as much as you need.
It's gone. The last piece of the old world.
It was never the mark that made us. We made the mark. And now we don't need it anymore.
You're getting good at this. You almost look like you belong here.
We almost do. What are you smiling at?
Look, these are the marks of being real. I've never had them before.
They suit you.
I don't feel the weight anymore. Not the records, not the threads, not the sense that I should be somewhere else.
What do you feel instead?
This, sitting here, with...
What's all this for? End of harvest gathering. Tomorrow night. We dance, we eat, we remember why we're alive. The marks are gone. Both of you. I can't see any trace of the old world on you anymore.
Yes, it's been a few days now.
Then you're ready for tomorrow. The fire knows who's real and who's still holding on.
Tomorrow night, we'll dance. I've never danced before.
Neither have I. We'll be terrible together.
Good. I'd rather be terrible with you than good with anyone else. I want to stay out with you until the sun comes up.
We will. I'll stay out with you as long as you want.
I want to watch the sunrise with you, as humans, not as anything else. I love you.
I know. I love you too. Now sleep. Tomorrow is going to be long.
Good. I want it to be long.
I've seen many fires. None of them were for joy.
This one is.
Come dance! Everyone dances tonight!
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just keep moving.
I've been in existence for longer than anyone in this village can imagine, and I've never done anything that felt like that.
Like what?
Like being purely happy.
You're beautiful when you're happy.
I'm happy because you're here.